Because it's like, girl, if you got something to say, say it. If it's on your mind, say it. And it feels good. And that dishwasher is still going. And I need to flip these turkey burgers, and that's what I'm about to do. So, something told me to pick up this camera. Child. Something's been telling me to pick up this camera. I'm at home cleaning dishes. And right now, what is it? I'm watching this interview with, what's his name? I forget the host name. It'll come back up to me. But Scott Evans and Khalid. And I love Khalid. I love Khalid. He's one of my favorite artists. And it's such a beautiful thing. And something about this interview where Khalid was talking about specifically just like how, you know, the situation of him being outed put him in a space to really just like step into the fullness of himself, which he was already intending to do, so on and so forth. And I was just like, something's telling me to pick up this camera, child. Something's been telling me to pick up this camera for a hot minute, actually. What is it? Today is Tuesday. It's currently 10:10 p.m. and I'm gonna leave that alone. Am I gonna post this? Who knows? Maybe I will. But I'm currently in the process of, let me sit this down. Something in my head wants to be cute, and I just feel like I need to, you know. Oh my gosh. There we go. Better. I am 2 days away from finishing or leaving a job that I've been with for 7 years. Shout out to Benefit Cosmetics. I've had an amazing time and I've grown so much with this company. And grown so much individually, and I brought so much to this company also. And I feel really like revitalized. I feel fresh. I feel like a newborn baby in a way, in a sense of like self-discovery, if you will. It feels like a reemergence. Creatively, I feel so called to so much. And more than anything, while this feels like a rebirth, it also feels like I had the experience of everything that my past self went through to move with so much more confidence, so much more awareness, so much more faith, that blind faith, you know, that kind of faith that you don't need to see it, you know it mentally, you know it in your mind, in your head first before it becomes physical evidence, you know. Yeah. And something about this experience caused me to share. I want to share. I've been wanting to share. And I've been wanting to lead, which is why this Khalid, interview. Also, I see so many angel numbers. Like right now, my clock on my stove says 8:18, which is not 8:18. I just told y'all it was 10:10. But I unplugged my stove here and there. But that just feels like confirmation, is why I say that. Just stepping into authenticity, transparency, and just being oneself. I feel like that's what I've always strived for and yearned for in terms of putting myself out there in public spaces. Even just reflecting on like my Instagram presence and posting up videos. Like there's videos that I do on TikTok where it don't require me to put on no makeup. Nothing requires me to put on makeup first and foremost. But there's something about that space where it just feels safe to do so. And I've been gradually getting better about doing the same thing on Instagram or just across all platforms. But more than anything, I'm just here to lead a life that is authentically true to me and who I continue to discover myself to be. Yeah. And maybe this is just the intro to a new chapter. Maybe that's exactly what this video is. I was looking through my email earlier, and I don't have to write nothing, but like an exit kind of questionnaire for the company that I'm leaving, or growing from, if you will. And maybe that's something I'll share. We'll see. But I now feel called to stop this. I feel like I've shared, and I feel good, and yeah. Okay. I was just turning off the other lights. That's all. Something else that came out of that Khalid or Khalid, I really intend to pronounce his name right. As he mentioned, like the art of being perceived, or just like feeling debilitated by being perceived earlier on. And the moment he said that, I was like, oh my gosh, I know exactly what he means by that. Because even for like what I have been known to do on social media in terms of like looking pretty and like doing makeup, doing like photo shoots and all that good stuff, I feel like there still was a way of like just showing only a glimpse of who I am and like capacity. And now that I'm at a space where I just feel so authentically comfortable in my own skin, regardless of what it is I have on, regardless of what my hair looks like, skin looks like, whether I have on makeup or not, whether I'm wearing, like I just find that none of that stuff really matters as much to me. I feel like me just being authentically myself and sharing when I feel called to share matters most to me. Of course, I may, polish it or be more intentional as I move forward, because I do still like looking and feeling pretty child. That's just a part of who I am. But I realized that me allowing this space for me to come and flow as easily, to showcase my personality, to like just talk to the camera, and to just be like my loving and like vulnerable self. And I think more than anything, like the authenticity of just being like what is true to me in the present moment is what feels valuable. So yeah, the fear of being perceived, I think, is exactly what I've gotten over, considering I'm sitting here recording this message. Now I feel like I gotta put it out. Because I'm speaking it out of my mouth, and I'm also speaking about it with the intention to share it. Yeah. I'm very grateful for, also my dishwasher is going, so child, that may be a sound in the background, and it just is what it is. Yeah, I'm grateful for how we're all connected. Another thing that like was mentioned in that interview, which I'm grateful for people. I'm grateful for life. I'm grateful for community. Even if I don't directly, know or have physically met these people. I'm grateful for how, like, you may not realize how much you have in common or how much you can relate to someone or certain experiences until you are met with them. And yeah, I think that's what I gotta say. I think that's all I gotta say about that. Yeah. I'm on this journey and I'm discovering and just doing what I feel called to do in like the present moment, sharing what I feel called to share. Yeah. Oh my gosh, look at my arms. I have not done arm day yet. I've been recovering because I feel like my body has been going through some upgrades and has been needing to release some stuff. I feel like I'm kind of crouched down, so I'm gonna end up shifting this, but child, for the time being, I'm here and this works. I'm loving this Khalid video, Khalid interview. It's super cute. I'm loving the energy. I feel like dancing. I love that, like, it's just something about being yourself. Also, I'm cooking turkey burgers. I thought I was about to sit down. What am I about to do? I finished cooking these turkey burgers. But it's something so cool about, like, doing new stuff. And I've been hearing this a lot. It's like I'm going in and I'm okay with the fact that I'm learning. I'm giving myself the chance to be bad at it. I'm a Capricorn, so I always look to excel and be great. That just is what it is. However, I appreciate the grace of just allowing yourself the room to grow and to start somewhere. And I feel like everything about this chapter feels like that for me. Which is why I keep picking up this camera, because it's like, girl, if you got something to say, say it. If it's on your mind, say it. And it feels good, and that dishwasher is still going, and I need to flip these turkey burgers, and that's what I'm about to do. In this interview, he was talking about how people were perceiving, like, his video, one of the first videos out in this season of his, like, career, or era, if you will, and people perceiving it to be like, oh, you're trying to be sexy, da 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 da, or just getting sex from it. And for me, in my mind, I just love the liberation of, you know, just like self-expression. But I also realized that for myself, I have been wanting to lean into more of a sexy feel, sexy vibe. I love looking good. I do. I love having a sultry, seductive life, if that, like, you know, if you will. I love looking good. I love sexiness. I love sex. Sex is great, but you know, less about like the physical. What is it? Maybe I'm dipping in too much with this, but maybe I'm not. I like that you can like look sexy and it not be about sex though. Like I can enjoy that, but when I am choosing to look good, if I'm choosing to show a little bit of skin, it's like it's perfectly okay to love your body enough and to just feel comfortable, to feel like, you know, just like sensual, like, which is another thing that they mentioned in this interview. And I love that because I too have been feeling that same level of like I just want to express myself like in the fullness of like all that feels authentic to me. And that is an aspect of life that I feel like publicly speaking sometimes is like shamed, but at the same time is one of the biggest industries. And less about it being an industry, but more about it just being like a part of the human experience. Like and feeling confident. I feel like there's, you know, sometimes this like air of guilt as it pertains to sensuality, the topic of sex, and just like, you know, the expression of sensuality and like sexiness. And I feel like the fullness of the human experience is also those things too. And I feel like the mindset around it should be like healthy in like the expression of it. Yeah, I feel like I went on a tangent, but that's something that I've been thinking about myself, and then more than anything, I guess I've just more so been healing my relationship with what it looks like to feel confident in all realms of that, if that makes sense. Yeah. Ah, how do I turn this off?